Good morning. I'll just start that standing still. I am out super early for my morning walk this morning and it is absolutely stunning. If I do that, it's probably gonna just blind you with the sunshine, but it's absolutely beautiful. So I wanted to create a short video this morning to talk about harmony and how we consciously create harmony within our lives, creating a life that we love, but especially within our business. And this is really, really important for me to talk about because nobody can teach us how to create our harmonious business, by which I mean not one person's, magical strategies are going to work for us. There will be, people whose strategies will work for a number of people, but one person and the strategies that work super well for them are not necessarily going to work for us. And I learnt this myself through a lot of experimenting, tweaking, retweaking, learning. So I wanted to talk about this today and how we can learn ourselves, how we know how to create a business, well, a life as well, but a business in harmony with ourselves and what it is that we need. I'm hoping you can see this video. You'll be able to hear it anyway, but see this video okay in this beautiful sunshine. So how do we do that? So I came to understand that actually the majority of strategies out there I needed to completely ignore and really trust my intuition, my instinct, coming back to me to truly understand what it was that I needed for me to consciously create a life that I love. To be able to serve, because that is ultimately what I'm here to do, and to be able to create a business that feels beautiful, feels delicious, creates freedom, creates flow. So what do we do how do we know how to do this when, we're trying to learn from different people? We now understand that no one strategy is just going to magically work for us. Now, when I say that, there may be people's strategies that work very well for, a section of online coaches, for example. There may well be that situation. But if you are trying all these things and you're coming up against feeling really stuck, everything feeling like it's shut down, you're feeling overwhelmed, you might even be feeling quite numb, quite depressed, feeling like you're perhaps heading towards burnout, you don't understand why it's working for everybody else and it's not working for you, then that's quite probably because, you're needing something different in the same way that I was. I kind of tried all this until my third year of business and then came into this space of realising that I had to do things differently. So how do we understand, firstly, how to build our harmonious business that fits absolutely for us, our specific needs, our specific flow? Now this is low-hanging branch. This is where I dived super deeply into my human design. So within my Arise Mastermind that I'm talking about at the moment, I'm starting to enroll people on at the moment, where I talk about the embrace section. So 3 sort of main pillars: embrace, embody and expand. So the embrace element was really super about, really, really understanding who we are at this kind of deep energetic, deep DNA, deep core level. And this is how we understand ourselves deeply. So using human design and doing a deep dive rather than just a generalized reading doing a deep dive into exactly what it is that we need to do, you know, for us, who we need to understand that we really are, so that we're like really recognizing ourselves so we can truly be ourselves, because that's when people are going to really see us. We're going to be really visible to our soul clients. But then also understanding who we are, becoming in harmony with ourselves, but then really focusing on what it is that our brand needs, what our business needs, you know, what our focuses should be within that, so that we can also just focus on those things that we want to be doing, we need to be doing, and then drop in, you know, the rest. So not trying to do everything, not trying to follow everybody else's strategies, everybody else's rules, but actually coming into what it is that we need. So me as your mentor in Arise, we will deep dive into your human design chart, and we will identify all these different elements that you need to really bring to life. We will also work with the deconditioning element. So I'm a somatic healer, so bringing sort of hypnotherapy, breathwork, somatics into my work. We work on that deconditioning as well. So rather than this being a generalized reading, which, you know, I've always loved human design readings, but that gives you a ton of information, which in itself I used to find overwhelming. Loved it, but used to find really overwhelming. So we do the deep dive, but we also do, rather than just having a generalized reading, we also do that deconditioning. We also do that release, you know, whatever it needs to be, specific again to you, that needs to be released. And that will depend on the life lessons that you've learned. It will depend on any trauma, any woundings that you have experienced. It will depend on any chronic, any symptoms that you're experiencing at the moment. So whether that be anxiety, overwhelm, you know, body pains, whatever that may be. It will depend on where your nervous system is, you know, how your body is regulated, dysregulated at the moment. And it brings into account all of those pieces of work. So I won't keep this video, I won't make this video too long. But just to reiterate, this is about, you know, creating a sustainable business that is going to see us into the future, you know, particularly with all of the kind of energy transformation that's happening at the moment, you know, needing to come into our feminine energy even more as the global sort of transformation happens as well. This is all about creating our sustainable business that is truly in harmony with us specifically. But that is something, you know, key takeaway here, that is something that nobody else is going to be able to teach you, because you need to understand and you need to work with the specifics of who you are at that energetic level, also where you've come from and what it is that you need to expand to your next level. You know, your next level: health, wealth, abundance, prosperity, freedom, joy, you know, joyfulness. My life's work in terms of human design and Gene Keys is about helping you to transition from stress, anxiety, overwhelm, chaos into this beautiful world of, you know, stillness, openness, spaciousness, freedom. For anybody that knows human design Gene Keys already, you know, that's my gate, or my key 52. And it's been a profound learning for me. So coming from a space of being incredibly dysregulated, actually really still carrying a lot of trauma in my body, a lot of stress in my body, from childhood, you know, through to my 30s, 40s, there was a lot of work that I needed to do to come into this space. So I can truly hold that space for you. having lived all this, you know, my own healing journey has been 17 years or so now. So this is bringing all of my experiences, all of the modalities that have created super powerful transformations for me. Arise is built, you know, all of my work, but Arise, the mastermind that I'm talking about at the moment, is absolutely built on all of that, with all of that, bringing all of my experience in. Just for reference, if anybody knows human design already, I'm also a projector and a quadrite. So projectors are here to, or we see, guide, you know, correct. We can see things from that bigger picture. And also, you know, quadrite is very much about being able to see things that, you know, others may not be able to see. We're almost like a fifth type. We're almost like a separate type as a quadrite. That's a different subject, so I won't go on further down that route. But if you already know about human design projectors and quadrites, if you are one and you're watching this and it resonates, then you know, do get in touch. So if you want to discuss any of this anymore, by all means drop me a message. It's really important for me within Arise to have, you know, create a really intimate group setting that is absolutely right for anybody that joins. So it's really key. You know, I'm more than happy to connect with people to work out, you know, if I'm the right person to help you, if Arise is the right fit for you, by which I mean it's, you know, it's a genuine connection. You will not be jumping on a sales call, because I cannot stand any pushy sales or sales just by a sales page, for example. So do connect if this resonates, you know, if this is sparking all sorts of thoughts for you. And then I'll just leave you a little bit of the beautiful view